All right. Uh, Hello, everyone. Good evening. So let's start with today's session on CAT VARC. Okay. So today our lecture is based on sentence elimination. This is a very important concept in VARC, that how to eliminate the sentences in our CAT questions. So yesterday, if I'll give you a brief outlook, we have done sentence correction, how to correct a sentence. So we focused on the subject verb agreement yesterday. That how to identify the verb when the subject is singular or plural. So if there was a plural subject, we have to use the plural verb. If we used to have a singular subject in a sentence, we have to use a singular verb, right? But this today's lecture is somewhat different. It is the elimination of the sentences which shows an absolute difference from the remaining sentences, right? So basically there will be 5 sentences given to you, 4 to 5 sentences given to you, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be a big sentences, right? Not a very simple one, because in CAT exam, the complexity and the vocabulary is really difficult, right? So you will be given like 4 to 5 sentences. You have to tell that which 4 sentences are alike. Alike means talking about the same thing. And there will be one sentence which you need to rule out. Which is that sentence? You have to identify that particular thing, right? So let's focus on our today's lecture. But before commencing towards our practice papers, we have to keep in mind some of the few pointers to try or to find the answers in a smart way, because it is not important for everyone to read the logic behind those sentences, because those sentences will be somewhat alike, it will be similar to each other, so it will be very hard for you to understand the sentence, to paraphrase the sentence. Paraphrase basically means translation of the sentence, so it will not be that easy as compared to the simple sentences you read in your English exam, right? So the paraphrased version will be difficult, so that's why you need to have a clear understanding of what the questions are saying, and you have to answer in a smart way without reading the sentence. Just focus on some of the keywords which you can eliminate. So let's start with the pointers first. The first thing is flow and not in flow. For example, the first sentence is about ice cream. The second sentence is about ice cream and chocolates. The third sentence is about chocolates. And the fourth sentence is about pencils. Now I can understand there is a correct, or you can say direct link of these 3 pointers, but the pencil is somewhat different, which is not talked in first, second, and third sentence. So we will eliminate this sentence and this will be our answer. This is a theta based question. Type in the answer question. Type in the answer. Here you have to write fourth pointer as an answer, right? And then you will get your marks for that. You have to just eliminate the odd sentences out. This is just an example. These easy answers will not, come in this form. Okay, you have to understand. Just a second. So, right. So basically, you need to understand that what sentences are correct and which sentences you need to eliminate. All right. So the first thing is flow and not in flow. I have told you that the flow sentences will be the one which are in sequence. The not flow sentences are those which are talking about something different. Okay. Then comes main idea versus supporting idea. The main idea, like there will be four to five sentences. Suppose the first idea is talking about the main idea. The second idea is talking about the supporting idea, like they are talking about the idea, but they are in support of that idea. The third point is also talking about the main idea. I'll give you an example of this as well. Just keep this thing in your mind. I will definitely give an example, a practical example in front of you, that how the main idea is different from the supporting idea. For example, the main idea talks about chocolates. The main idea here, it is written something related to chocolates itself, like the history of the chocolates, or you can say, anything related to the manufacturing industry, anything related to the chocolate is written in fourth and fifth sentence also. But the supporting ideas always says something different about the main idea. For example, the chocolates consumption. This is a supporting idea. Because the rest of the 4 points, like the first idea was talking about the history of the chocolates. The third point is talking about the chocolates manufacturing industry. Fourth idea is talking about that how it was different from the earlier chocolates, like how the scenario has been changed. The fifth point will also say the same kind of things, like, right? So the supporting idea is something which is different, like the consumption of chocolates, which is far different from the main idea, right? So that's why you have to eliminate those points. Then comes opening and closing of the sentences. When the sentence is open and when the sentence close, you have to just focus on those keywords, because this will help you out in eliminating the main answer. Because the first sentences and the last sentences will be there in the other sentences as well. But there will be only one point which will have some different kind of meaning and different kind of logic. You have to eliminate that part. Okay. Then comes noun pronoun approach, very important. Now there will be nouns like Ram purchased chocolates. It is written in the first point. Then after that, they will not say Ram, they will say he ate the same on the same, sorry, you can say he ate those chocolates on the same day. So definitely there is a link between these two sentences. So this cannot be eliminated. If they'll talk about something else like Sham purchased chocolates, that will be an odd sentence. We are talking about elimination, sentence elimination today, na? So we have to eliminate that sentence which is not linked to the previous sentences. Okay. So if Ram purchased chocolate and he ate those chocolates the very same day, that means there is a direct link of this noun with this pronoun. You have to identify this noun pronoun approach. Okay. Now, Sham is a very different noun. It's not linked because the first two ideas were talking about the Ram. The focus was on Ram. So Sham is not in the picture. So when he's not in the picture, this will be an odd sentence which we need to rule out. This will be our answer. Okay. Then comes the linking words. Very important. Linking words are but, however, on the other hand, whereas, while, although. So these kind of connectors are called linking words. These words help in linking two sentences together. For example, if it is written Ram purchased chocolates, but he refused to eat those chocolates. So this is a linking connector. The sentences are linked to each other. That he purchased chocolates, but he refused to eat those chocolates. Okay, that he is not in the mood of eating this. Okay, so if now the second pointer is talking about that he is preferring to eat chocolates, that will be an odd sentence because here he refused. He cannot say he preferred again. All right, this kind of sentence will not be encouraged. Okay. So these connectors can definitely change the meaning of the sentences. You need to focus on these words preferably. Then comes mandatory pair. Mandatory pair means some sentences are added up together. That is a pair. So you have to eliminate the pair altogether. For example, the first sentence is talking about ice cream. Second is talking about ice cream and chocolates. Third is talking about chocolates. And fourth is pencils. So you can see these two are the pairs of each other and these two are the pairs of each other. They're talking about ice cream. They're talking about ice cream and chocolates, and they're talking about chocolates. So the first two are the mandatory pair. The second and third are the mandatory pairs. The pencil is not in the picture, right? So this will be eliminated. So you need to focus on the mandatory pairs as well. All right. These are just the ideas I'm talking about. We'll do the examples practically. Then it will be easy for you to identify the sentences altogether. Now, some of the main pointers you need to keep in mind. Do not select the odd sentence or the answer on the basis of matching word. For example, this ice cream case I'm talking about, ice cream, chocolates, pencils. So you can't eliminate, or you can match the pair that yes, it's written ice cream and it's written ice cream. So definitely these cannot be eliminated because these are the answers, right? Means this cannot be, you can say, the answer because this is a pair. So it is not mandatory that ice cream can be your keyword. Maybe in third and fourth question also ice cream will be given. So you'll be confused in that case. Okay. So it's not that if there is a matching word, you can just eliminate those. You just have to understand the context of the sentence as well to actually eliminate the one sentence on the basis of logic. Now, do not assume the answer before you have read all the sentences. Now, if you are not reading the sentences carefully, there is a chance that your answer will be wrong, right? You need to read the whole sentence and analyze that whether it is making any kind of logic or not, right? This is very much important. Start by striking those sentencing out. Striking those sentences out means to eliminate some sentences. Or find a pair. Pair means suppose one and two sentence are matching to each other. Like they're talking about the same thing. So they're a pair. So definitely of sentences talking about the same stuff for sure. Okay. Start striking those sentences out means basically if the pair is matching to each other, you have to eliminate these because this will not be the answer. We have to answer the odd one out of 5 sentences, 4 to 5 sentences. So if the first and second pair is matching, third and fifth pair is matching, so the remaining fourth will be our answer. That is the odd one out of this paragraph. All right. So you have to strike those sentences out which doesn't have a pair. Okay. Build up on those two sentences that one pair and eliminate one more option. Okay. Now, if 1 and 2 are matching to each other in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, you know that 1 and 2 sentences are matching to each other. Now, this as a whole will match to another option as well. Suppose 1 and 2 option is matching with the fourth one. The combined keywords are given. Like one has ice cream, the other one has ice cream and chocolates. So here also ice cream and chocolates will be mentioned. And some other things will also be mentioned in respect to this first and second question. So definitely this will link to fourth. Fourth will be linked to third. So the odd one out is fifth sentence. So this is the elimination technique you need to focus on. Now, some of the pointers again, before starting off with the exercise. Don't try to arrange the sentences in logical order. The sentences will not be in logical order. There will be random sentences. All right. Random sentences means they are talking about anything out of the paragraph. But ultimately, you need to connect some sentences altogether. It will not be in logical or sequence order, but yes, there will be a connection you will find in the sentences. So you have to mark those down. Okay. If you will find, or you can say, if you start finding a logic in those sentences, it will consume unnecessary time. So it's a waste of time. Keep noting a single or a group of words in every sentence. There will be some single words which will mark the other sentences. There will be some group of words which will match the other sentences. It can be in a very short form of idea, provided that in a particular sentence. It can be in a long form. So it depends. You have to just match sentences altogether. Doesn't have to focus on that whether it is in a group or whether it is single, right? Now you will find that all the sentences are connecting to one particular idea. Suppose the idea is on pollution. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences are given. So every sentence is talking about pollution, right? But the fifth point is talking